doing the conference.
Yeah.
Teresa.
Hey. Oops.
Any more thoughts on your powerful statements?
Yeah, I'm wanting to incorporate what we were talking about earlier into like my profile statement, maybe on my website.
There you go.
So, and then I've got I ran across my buyer thank you card, and they were so sweet. And I think I'm gonna make a copy and put it as just a note that, you know, they appreciated me as almost as much as I appreciated them, because I really appreciated them a lot. So, but it was a great feeling. Looking forward to more great transactions. I'm going through my database today and reaching out to my buyers and sellers who are working on getting their financials in line so they can move forward, and just reaching out to see where they stand and
just touch base. What are you thinking about?
Yep. So that's what I'm up to today. And I'm gonna start utilizing the notes in Command, so I don't have to have all these handwritten notes that when I was in Georgia, I didn't have those handwritten notes. So I really wished I had used the electronic one.
How are you doing, Miss Renee?
Hmm?
How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Mr. Randy, how's your day?
Doing pretty good so far.
Good.
Like I said, I got
What kind of cereal you eating?
Huh?
What kind of cereal you eating?
Oh no, it's actually carnitas.
Nice.
Yeah, I just ran down real quick to got something. But no, I think I got about 22 leads off of Facebook over the weekend. I've already made it through 9 of them. Or no, actually 10. I've had conversations with 5. All 5 of them are looking for future moves, don't have an agent, and 2 of them need to sell first.
That's amazing. Good job.
What kind of ad did you run?
Just homes available in Dove Mountain this weekend.
Nice.
and just made a search, copied that link, posted it on the deal, and
That's
force
good.
register for them to see them.
So it wasn't even a paid ad, it was just a
No,
post?
I paid for it. Yeah, I didn't know what I spent on it completely. I put $20 down, and I don't think it spent all 20.
Oh,
It started running Friday and it ended Monday morning, basically.
mhm. Great. Was it through command or just through Facebook direct?
No, it was through command.
Was it? Oh, great.
Yep.
I haven't had any be approved in command recently, and I don't know why.
Huh.
Strange.
Yeah,
I've only done a couple now.
well, I had done a bunch before, and then I've tried the last 2 weekends, and they've all been disapproved. And when you go to highlight over it, it's just blank. And I even tried to copy a previous one that I ran. Like I just copied the thing and tried to run it again, and it didn't. It got disapproved too. So I don't know what happened with that. But
Has Facebook blocked you or anything? No?
nope. I tried disconnecting, reconnecting too. So I don't know. I'll try it again. Probably in the middle of the week and see if I can get one up.
That's odd.
It was really weird because I had never had issues before. I think I ran like 10 or 11 of them too.
Dory's phone still loading in. Yeah, it's strange you're not getting logged in. I mean, I had an issue with images, not like skewing. They were all weird.
Yeah.
But after I figured out my sizes were way too big and I was trying to descale them, but beyond that,
Yeah. I tried to do listings and those didn't work either. So
I'm trying to find out some other leads that work for you so we can.
yeah, I have quite a few to follow up from open house this weekend. So hopefully.
Have you started it yet?
Yeah, I did the ones from Saturday, which ended up being not positive. So, but the ones on Sunday were more. They seemed a little more reliable than the ones on Saturday. I only had 2 good ones on Saturday, so 6 people at an open house compared to 24 is pretty minimal. So,
Oh yeah,
I'm looking at the numbers right now, Dan.
yeah.
The one I did in Dove Mountain area, I spent $11.85,
Okay.
1,688 impressions, 137 clicks, 6 clicks all the way through to the lead or to filling out the info.
Nice.
Great, Randy.
That's a good damn conversion.
Mhm.
have you followed up with them, Randy?
That's what I've been doing most of the morning here. Like
Have
I
you
said, I've talked
actually
to 10.
had
So,
like reliable ones? Like have people actually answered?
well, okay, here's my little trick, guys. I call them. Hold on. I call them, but I don't call them. An old sales thing. I call, I let it ring once, I hang up. Out of the 7 people that I've talked to, 3 of them called me back within less than a minute. Hey, I just missed a call. Hey, great. Thanks, Dan. I just tried to call you. I got disconnected. Don't know what happened. And they call me back. If you think of the human nature, if your phone rings once and you go to grab it and all of a sudden disappears, you're like, who the heck was it? You get curious. Sometimes they call back or you call back within 60 seconds to 90 seconds and they answer the phone right away. I don't know. It works for me.
That's amazing.
I mean, I guess scripting, Dan, if we want to talk about it, I mean, I feel really comfortable on this side of this type of a call, total cold call on this. I literally call them up and I'll say, hey, is this Dan? Yes, it is. Hey, Dan, great. Randy with Keller Williams in Southern Arizona. You have a quick second for me?
I do.
Most of the time they say, yeah. I don't say minutes. I say second. And so then they'll be like, oh, yeah, sure. And I say, okay, listen, hey, I highlighted some homes in the Dove Mountain area over the weekend that are for sale. And you clicked on the ad, and I just wanted to find out, were you just kind of playing around looking at homes, or are you trying to plan for a future need?
Just looking.
Oh, we're just kind of looking around. It's like, oh, great. That's the way most people will start, just kind of looking around for fun. So is it something like, down the road that you're thinking? And then a lot of times they'll start telling me, and then we just get a conversation going. But usually, part of that too is also, hey, yeah, you clicked on my ad, and you know how this day and age works. You may have done that on others, so you're probably gonna get all kinds of calls from real estate agents right now, and they're all gonna push you to find a house this weekend. I don't. I just pause, and they kind of, I was like, yeah, I mean, listen, it takes more than a couple of days to figure something out, and you need information, questions answered, and to a point where you feel comfortable to actually buy. I'd love to be that resource for you. So what is it your needs are? And then usually it just rolls. So anyway.
Good stuff. Good stuff, Randy.
It's all about scripting. God, my brain is fried today. I've been on Zoom. It's good stuff, though.
Actually, one of the last ones I just got off on,
Yeah.
she said she was just looking for fun. I said, that's great. I said, a lot of people do that, but not so often. It's not like you're looking at cars or something else. I said, but I'll tell you what usually happens. People tell me they're just looking for fun because they don't want to talk to a real estate agent. And they'll usually laugh. I was like, I go, because what happens is they call you, they want to show you houses this weekend, get you to a lender by Monday, and get you into a home by next weekend. And I said, I don't. That's just too stressful. And just those little things in the beginning I have found take the load off of them being all stressed out on, crap. You're the fifth realtor, but if you're the first one that says, laughs about it and makes it a joke a little bit, and then just says, hey, I don't care if it's next week or next month or next year. What do you need to know? So anyway, that's my tidbit from a new guy.
Yeah. Well, it takes the pressure off. It's good.
Good. Oof. Someone turn the heat back up in my office, or turn the AC down.
Was there only like 3 of us on here or what?
No, it's 4 or 5 now. Hey, Miss Ember. What do you got rolling? What you working on?
Just getting everything together for the land. I mean, one thing I need an opinion, because sometimes, when you upload stuff in Command, you're not going to have everything right away. And when they send stuff back, it kind of makes me a little annoyed, because I know you don't have it because I haven't sent it to you yet. And I know I need it. But maybe there are some agents out there that don't know they need it. I don't know. Sometimes it's frustrating because I feel like I didn't do my job yet, when they reject it. So it's a little irritating, but I have 5 days. Well, okay. After 5 days, then okay, now you can say, where's it at, type thing. But it's not been 5 days yet.
Yeah, chill, dude.
Yeah. So it's a little frustrating on Command when you submit things. I know things are due. I just don't have them yet to upload, and I'm not going to upload an incomplete copy for you to say,
It's incomplete.
It's incomplete. So, but I do have a question for you.
Yes.
I don't know. Sorry I jumped on. I was like, oh crap, it's 2:40. Like sitting here waiting. But when you cap, what is the reset? Has anybody talked about that? I mean,
Jay hasn't gotten back to me.
I figured that. So should I reach out to Jay?
Jay to say yes or no. That's a stupid thing.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out for my future, anything that closes after one step to have, in mind, because I have the coaching things. Is that automatically rolled into that? Are they going to calculate all that?
Yeah, they'll calculate all that for you.
Okay. I just like to know ahead of time so I know what I'm looking for.
Right. I'm with you guys. Jay was here earlier. He dropped off a soda and then left. I didn't talk to him much, but I texted him again. I was like, hey, can I have some answers on that cap? I didn't like that they rolled it out in March and it doesn't start until January.
Because that it presents the question, like when. I mean, I know when, but so but even if that doesn't roll out yet, where am I at? After I cap, where am I at?
Yeah, so after you cap and you're an opt-in in the program, it's the 5% opt-in after cap. If there's a company dollar being presented, they calculate it, part of that too. They take it, it's still that 5% additional, but it's just all collected at the same time.
But is it 80 still? Like when you reset, is it 80 right now? Or is it 75? I don't
Right
know.
now, if nothing were to change, you'd go back to the cap you had before. It would be a 60-40, but now because you've capped out of it the PC roll, you would go into a 75-25 with a 5% opt-in.
So is it 70? Then it's
730, yeah.
You were going to send me something on that so that I could figure out how all that works, because I've never seen a green sheet or anything like that. I don't even know what that.
We don't have green sheets anymore.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I've never seen one of those though, so I have no idea how it works
I've never seen one either.
at all.
Sheet program. No, I
Like
know.
there should be some sort of calculation sheet that I can.
I mean, when you have something in command, it calculates it all out for you.
Yeah, but that's not satisfying to me. I'm an analytical person. I want to
Well, yeah,
know
but I'm
how
saying-
it works.
Yeah, but if you went in there, and like put in a fake deal, you should be able to. It'll show you.
But that doesn't tell me.
It tells you what your percentage is and stuff.
Yeah, but I think you're missing the key component. I'm talking about what's the original equation.
Yeah, it'll tell you in there. I mean, it has your
All I
percentage.
have is the new ones, and I just emailed those to you.
Is that something that is, oops, sorry. Is that something that is in the getting started thing on, on the, what's it called? mykw.com or something that takes you to your back office? It used to have a place where you could, like, new agents get started or start here or something. And that's what I was going through, trying to figure out what I was doing. Does it have that in there at all? Is there something somewhere that explains the compensation plan in detail?
When I did my like orientation at the KW office with Cindy, she like wrote it all out for me.
Yeah, that didn't happen for us.
I just sent
I
you
was
the
the only
sheet
one in
breakout.
my orientation.
You've got the new sheets on there, but I don't have the old ones. I don't have the ones that were the original agreements. You can email Cindy to have her send you your fee sheet breakout, the one that you have in your file. I just sent the new ones that I have.
When you signed all of your like paperwork to sign on with KW, it was in there too.
No, I went back through that. It did not have it on there.
Mine was in there. But yeah, she went over it. I had a very informal orientation because it happened during COVID with me, and she actually like wrote it out on a piece of paper for me. So
Yeah.
if you email her, I'm sure she can.
Yeah, I may have to do that because there was nothing and they didn't cover it in the onboarding orientation. And I went back through that thing on the website or the agent back office thing. And then I went back through all of my documents that I signed for onboarding. It wasn't in there. I was like, there's got to be something somewhere. Okay.
Yeah, I used to have the old ones, but I'm trying to see if I can't find them in my like old files or something.
I was gonna see if I don't know if I can still get into my stuff from when I signed on.
Yeah, the ones I sent you test are the new ones. The biggest difference is the program now is for new agents is a 60-40 split, moving to a 70-30 in 2021. For new agents, for existing licensees and transferees with more than 4 deals under contract, it goes to an 80-20 with the opt-in option to a 70-30. And breakthrough coaching, which is just after cap, is 5% opt-in. So changing it from 75-25.
Thanks, Dan.
So I am doing what I can to help them get that a little bit more cleared up for you guys, because there's one thing I hate, and that's not having, like, people are afraid to talk money because they feel like it's going to scare people. And it's like, no, if you're honest, tell them what it's like, write it down so they can see it. Then they're like, oh, that makes sense.
Well, yeah, and they haven't sent an email or anything about it. They've just talked about it in the meetings.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find the.
They always tell you forward thinking. They always say, make sure you're always a quarter ahead. So I always think a quarter ahead.
I love that about you too.
Well, I know under the on the 1KWSA site, I think under resources or under a tab says KW Cares, it has that information, how the change was supposed to happen in 3 phases and what the changes were going to be. But that wasn't enough information for me to understand how all the capping and everything happened, because I never got that. So.
Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3.
Yeah, and I read that and printed
Yeah, phase
that
3.
out.
Starting to. What is that whistling? That was Dory. Effective January 1, 2021. So I'm officially out of water. But it's a good question. I'm restructuring all of the contracts. We're gonna have to have everyone's gonna have to sign new agreements because we have to have everything in documentation, all 1 KWSA versus market center based. It's gonna make my life hell. That's all.
I found my compensation thing from when I onboarded.
Cool. You'll keep.
Let me just screenshot it.
So there was an email stating all this stuff?
No, there wasn't.
Was that something they did in the macro modus or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's in Macromodus.
Yeah, I went there too, and it's nothing there for me.
It's called, well, you have to click on the folder from your onboarding. I don't know how long it stays in there, but mine's still in there. And then it's under fee schedule or something.
Renee, where were you looking at?
On the Macromodus,
125
Is it 125? What's that used for?
is a transaction fee.
So, I'm not going to poke the bear, or will I?
Poke the bear.
Why now? Why now a transaction fee?
Because they're reducing the cap to help middle line agents keep more of their money.
Okay, so because the 80/20, they're going to do the 125.
The transaction fee for agents that are going to be grossing more than that will be paying the same as they were before. It's there to help the new agents and the middle belly agents, the ones that are you guys that are not soon to be you, Amber, because you're going to be over that 40 deals next year by far. But that's to help it out because they want to keep as much money as possible. The cool thing is we can pass through that 125 as an additional commission to cover administrative costs on all contracts. So on your purchase agreement, on the buyer broker agreement, it's 3% of the sales price plus, I would put plus 190 at least, because 190 is the 125 transaction fee and $65 for E&O. Pass that along and put that on your buyer broker. That goes on line 30 something. You guys know what I'm talking about, that line?
I know what you're talking about.
And then on your listing contracts, it needs to go down on the compensation where you're getting 6% and at least 190. That way it's a pass-through fee and you're not getting charged on it.
Gotcha. That's a good idea. I thought it was like more of a, well, it's just part of the commission. It's part of the deal.
Yeah, so I pass it through. It's a fee.
And do you get any pushback on that? Has anybody talked about that at all? No? Okay.
I actually, so you guys know, I charge $269 on my my listings, and I charge $295 on my buyers.
I think it's pretty common, isn't it?
Not for me.
Yeah, Jason does it too.
You guys, you've never been shown to it. The last dealership. Wow.
Ooh.
The last brokerage I worked for they didn't talk about this. You wouldn't see it at all. No, it was kind of a faux pas. And now we look at it. Tom Krieger, his team charges $7.95. That's part of their fee. That's part of their additional commissions to cover administrative costs.
I charged $350 on my last two.
You charged $350 on your last one?
Last two.
Last two? There you go.
So, like, how would you talk to your client about that? Like, what do you, at administrative fees. Okay, well, what's administrative fees?
Legal and licensing stuff that I need to do to get your paperwork done.
Okay.
They rarely ever ask, Amber.
Okay.
Because if you go over it like this, and we can pull up a
But
purchase.
that's why I ask, you know, when the conversation comes up, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
what, I don't want to lie to just think, oh, I just made it up, you know?
No, and that's what you can say is it's a $65 errors and omissions insurance that covers in the event that we miss anything in paperwork or something like that, and we have to go to court for us. And the $125 transaction fee that the brokerage charges for paperwork, we have to get that passed along. It's just it's not an admin fee. It's additional commissions to cover administrative costs. So here's this.
Okay.
This is how you go over it. So here's a listing I just wrote on this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I simply just sent it over. Okay, you can see the listing price is $169.9. We're not charging a retainer fee. Total compensation will be 6% of the sales price plus $269 additional commission and cover administrative costs. Split 3% for the broker, 3% for the cooperating agent. In the event the escrow gets canceled, any monies that were paid out through earnest money, 60% of go towards the brokerage. It's that simple. It's very matter of fact. It's not, you don't agree with it. It's like, okay, the total compensation for the sale of the premise is like it's 6% and an additional $269. That right there is going to leave you open to question. And additional, what's the additional $269 for? I'm already paying you 6%. Why am I paying $269?
Right.
So.
And that's why I asked, like, you know, what kind of conversation could you have with the seller / buyer at that point? You know what I mean? Because, like, even the buyer broker, I get the 3%, but it's like, because sometimes I feel like you do a lot more on the buying side than you do on the listing side.
You do, typically.
So I'm just kind of, you know, when
so
people are already upset for paying whatever percentage they decided to pay, you know, it's kind of like
Which one of these was a sale?
yeah.
You know, the side fees though when you're listing a place.
Listing.
What's that, Randy?
Well, the side fees you have in your listing, if you're only doing it 6%, you get 3. Then out of your 3, you're taking the listing, the signage, the lockbox,
Correct. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Line 228 of your buyer broker agreement, same thing. When you're going over it, all right, you are, I am, this is the date the agreement goes till, we're doing a residential process set forth in real estate disclosure, not charging a retainer fee, property viewings, we're going to work exclusively with me and my brokerage, any due diligence will be done on behalf of the buyer agrees to, consult the Arizona Department of educate themselves. Compensation is agreed upon 3% of sales price plus $295 to cover additional administrative costs. Buyer agrees to pay such compensation within 90 days of calendar days termination of this agreement. I'm actually going to turn that to 30 days. I don't want to wait that long to get paid anymore.
So, say I have this with a buyer that wants to buy a FSBO, they are actually going to pay me the 3%, correct? Not the seller.
Yes, the buyer is going to pay, or you do a, come on. Unrepresented seller compensation agreement.
Hey, I knew there was something out there like that. I need that.
What is it?
Unrepresented seller compensation agreement. This agreement elected between blank and the sellers and John Caldwell. This agreement can send, so this is, if the seller's going to pay, Or if the buyer is just going to pay it, it goes in the buyer broker form. So this form is for sellers if you're doing a FSBO and they are agreeing to pay some of the compensation towards the buyer's agent to you. It's all written out. You get this filled out and signed prior to ever submitting a contract. Now, if it happens to be a FSBO, that the FSBO's not, the seller's not going to pay you anything, and the buyer is just going to kick you that 3%, your buyer broker form in this section here clearly states the amount of compensation shall be 3% of the sales price plus whatever your administrative fee is, or the compensation the broker receives from the seller's broker, whichever is greater. In the event buyer authorizes broker to accept compensation from sellers or seller's broker, which shall be credited against compensation owed by buyer broker pursuant to this agreement. This just says the buyer is going to pay you this much, or allow the sellers to pay you. So.
Yeah, I just needed that unrepresented. I knew that it was called something, but I couldn't remember what it was called, so it was hard to look up.
Yeah, they used to call it a single or a one-sided commission agreement or a single-sided commission agreement.
Mhm.
Now I guess it's been changed to unrepresented seller commission agreement. So that way you can get paid.
Are you drinking your water?
Yes, I am. Well, I'm out of it right now.
But did you have your 64 ounces before?
I did. It was 32 ounces.
Oh, was it 32? I knew.
As soon as I wake up.
Okay.
Yes. Today is day 5 of that.
Yeah. How's it going?
Good. I feel more chipper. My pores are better. I mean, I'm sunburned as hell. But it's been good. Thanks for asking.
Mhm.
I'm hot as shit in my office right now. I'm not lying. It's hot in here.
Actually, water speeds up your metabolism. It probably is warm there too, but the more water you drink, the more your body temperature runs hot.
It's called skinny juice.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time in the pool this weekend too, so that was good.
Oh yeah.
There's a video on my Facebook of me body slamming my nephew into the pool.
Oh,
So I just learned that when somebody else pays your earnest money that's not on the agreement or contract, you have to fill out a third-party deposit and form document if you're going through title security.
Third-party agreement? Money?
So I have a client. She has a significant other. The significant other paid for the earnest money. And because it didn't come from her account, it came from his account, you have to have all parties sign, including the seller, the buyer, and they call it the depositor. And all 3 people have to sign the instruction.
Oh, wow.
Won't the lender get involved? Because, I mean, would that be considered
It's
gift?
an all cash deal, sir.
Okay.
But no, you're right. It would be considered a cash gift of some sort.
Yeah, because
Unless the money, it was not being applied towards the deal at all.
right.
So. Interesting. Good questions today, guys. What else you got for me? This is why I shut down the PM mastermind the other day. It was just kind of like, man, you guys, that's why I can tell you're overwhelmed or tired. You're just like
Well,
exhausted.
It was first day of school, all virtual online. So
Oh, yeah.
my morning was not lead generating. So I'm going to have to lead generate more tomorrow until we figure this out. Because it's a lot of, what do I press? When you're trying to teach a 7-year-old, it's not that she's not computer inclined. She's just don't know what to click on and what to do. So my morning was definitely consumed by my girls going back to school.
I'm doing that too. My grandson's over here because his mom has got 2 smaller toddlers still. One of them's like still in diapers at home, and she just cannot do that and do the homeschool with him being 7, and so he's over here and I'm helping with that because I was a teacher for years.
Yep. So
But
yeah, it's just one of those things where I got to find a new routine to
yeah,
get them squared away, and that's why I wasn't on scripts because they started at 8, so I had to log in and do that stuff.
It'll probably end early though. Why?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Dory. How do you run an open house and a gated community?
Oh, so
I know.
there you go, Renee.
I
ahead,
did that
Renee.
this weekend, and guess what is a very positive note of it is so on the thing where they had to punch in the number to get in the gate, I put up a little note, and I can actually, I don't think I have it up here, but I just said open house, date, time, address, and then I had please call or text, and then my phone number for gate code. So not only did everybody call or text me, but now I also have everybody's number. So even if they didn't sign in, I still have their phone number.
Okay.
So I just,
And that's
are you doing it in my neighborhood? Is that the one you're talking about?
yeah.
Yeah. I would just,
Is it loud? I mean, is giving out the gate code to people?
if they're coming to
Just want
the
it
open house, it's the only way for them to get in. So yeah. That's, I didn't put the code onto the code box.
No,
I had,
right.
yeah.
Got it.
They
Okay.
can't text you either. It needs to be a phone call only.
Huh?
It has to be a phone call only. Can't be text.
I didn't know that.
Now you do.
Okay.
Why is that
Because it's recorded.
reported?
Because a text message is saved.
Oh, okay.
Now, if they remember the code, whatever. But the fact that you texted it to them,
Most of them called, so.
having them call is a good thing. Please call for code.
Yeah, that was what somebody else had done at a previous one I had gone to.
They're always going to call you. No one's going to come to open house and go, gated community, guess I'm not going in.
Yeah.
No, you definitely have a sign up there, get one laminated, and just have a laminated picture of you, open house today. Please call for code. Put your phone number.
Okay.
And you always don't have to change anything, or if you want to, you can get a dry erase marker and put the date, and then have it all listed up on there, so it's all just right there. Makes life
Okay.
easy. Do not make the mistake I made many, many, many moons ago and putting the gate code on a piece of paper and getting reported to the ADRE. So
Also, Renee, did you tell him about the census worker, quote unquote?
Oh
We don't
yeah,
know.
somebody called me because my phone number was on the box, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm trying to get into your neighborhood to do this something census," and I was like, "I'm just doing an open house. I'm a realtor." And she's like, "Okay, well, can I have the gate code?" And I was like, "I'm not comfortable doing that."
no.
Yeah, no. And then she's like, "Well, we talk to real estate agents though." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not comfortable with that." And then she goes, "Can I talk to your manager?"
Have them call me.
I was like, "We're self-employed as a realtor." She's like, "So you don't have a manager I can call that would give me the code?" And I'm like, "Well, even if I gave it to you, you wouldn't have a code." Like,
Just put her on hold, wait a second, come back with a deeper voice and say, can I help you?
oh my God. I mean, she's like, "Okay, I understand eventually," but it was still like, I'm not just gonna willy-nilly give you the code to the gate. It
Good
was
job. I'm proud of you.
I don't care how big of a Karen they are. Never put yourself in jeopardy or your clients. And those gate codes are tracked by client, so they know exactly who it is. So one of the big things you can always tell people is like, I'm sorry, it's not for an open house, it's not for real estate purposes, it's something I can't give you out right now. If you would like to, you can contact the owners later on. Direct mail is advised.
Yeah, she was talking about like the neighborhood, and I was like, you have to contact the HOA. And she's like, "Well, what's the HOA's phone number?" And I was like, "I don't have that." So, because there was no documents in.
Let me Google it. Here, give me your phone number. I'll give you a call back as soon as I have that information.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I was a little too busy to even Google it. So.
I'm saying, that's what I said. Okay, bye. Notice how I didn't say I'd call you right back. I just said that I would call you when I had that information.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I got to say hi to somebody.
You got a second?
On the PC call, come on in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I want to introduce you to Marcus.
Hey, Marcus.
Marcus is with Remax, but he's going to be joining us. And he's joining the productivity.
Well, come say hi. Come say hi, everyone.
I say welcome, Marcus.
This is just a couple of ours. Say hi, Marcus.
Hi.
Hi, Marcus.
So just, you know, every week, every Monday, we have kind of like a 2:30. Anyone just pop in, ask questions, get them answered.
Okay.
The PC group calls every Thursday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. We do it at night because we know that some people actually work during the day, unlike us realtors. And then every morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. or 8:30, we use scripts and role play, mindset, stuff like that. All those links you can find at 1kwsa.com under remote access. It's amazing stuff out there. We're glad to have you on.
Sounds good.
Welcome aboard. We'll talk again soon.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Thanks, Jay. That's Marcus.
Remax, yeah, did I hear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
The balloons pop. They're coming our way.
I don't see very much Remax around here, I feel like.
I don't either. That's why I was wondering. Remax.
A
Huh?
lot of Phoenix.
Sierra Vista.
No, you're right. Sierra Vista's got quite a few. So
I have a cousin that's a Remax agent in Texas, but
convert her.
she's been a real estate agent for like 40 years. I don't think there's any conversion.
So
I don't even have her phone number. So
this is the perfect time to reach out to her.
it's like a second or third cousin. So
Perfect time to reach out to her and say, "Hey, I'm in real estate here in Tucson."
I'm friends with her daughter on Facebook, but not her.
What's her name, Renee?
We're gonna go make friends with her right now, all of us.
Oh
What's
my
her name? I'll find her name, address, and phone number for you right now.
I don't even know what her last name is because she got remarried.
Well, what's her maiden name? Oh, she's a real good friend.
It's my it's like a third cousin.
Okay, here's your homework now, Renee.
I'm gonna go find her now.
Go make a connection with her.
I think her maiden name was right. Her first name's Michelle.
Oh, so when in Texas, the last name are right. Good luck.
She's with Remax. That should help.
So that's the thing. Go make friends with her because you need a referral partner.
Hey, Renee.
What?
Do you live at 2439 East Autumn Flower Drive?
I know how to look that stuff up. But when I don't know her last name, I can't find her.
Yeah, that would help.
I think she's been married a couple times. Like I said, I'm friends with her daughter on Facebook.
Guys,
Well, I'm actually not friends with her daughter on Facebook. I lied. She must have deleted me.
you've been unfriended.
She's like 21 in med school, so younger than me, way younger.
Heather gave me a good piece of information, and I reached out to Title Security, and they sent me the Tucson relocation package. And it's pretty cool. And we're allowed to put KWS, Keller Williams, Southern Arizona, and our information on it. And I'm going to be sending that out to referral partners across the nation, kind of, that they can give to their clients that they're helping sell a home or something if they're interested in maybe moving to Tucson. Give a little bit of information about Tucson.
Yeah, I have one from Pioneer Title, I think.
Oh, okay.
Something similar. I think it's Pioneer.
Yeah.
Okay, I added her as a friend on Facebook, so we'll see if she accepts it now.
My husband's ex-wife works for Remax, but I really don't want to recruit her.
I don't blame you.
Hey, get that profit share, Teresa.
No, I'll let her stay up in Anderson, Indiana. Far, far away.
All right. Well, we're going to get back on topic here. We kind of digressed a little bit. A little bit of shenanigans. It's okay. Melissa, any feedback on your showings?
No, none.
I will say, please, guys, do me a huge favor. And this is me asking as an agent and as your coach. if you go view a house, give the agent feedback. Period.
You can actually, if you do showing time, you can actually do it right on the app too.
Yeah, and I'm not getting a lot of showing time requests. I'd like to get more of them.
Yeah, well, everybody that I've requested from has not replied to it, so yeah, it's not working too well. I think a lot of people don't realize that TAR is automatically adding it on there for their new listings.
Yeah.
I'm like, end up calling everybody.
I'm excited. I want a listing just so I can use it. I mean, I have a buyer, you know, but none of the actual things are, you can't go in there and do it. The ones that opt out, like there's some agents that opt out on it. So
yeah, there are, but everybody that I've tried to do it with, I don't think realizes that they have it because they're still saying to call. So if they would opt out, that would be nice so that I didn't attempt it.
Right.
But is that more for occupied homes and not vacant?
No.
You can do it for anything.
Oh.
I mean, it's convenience for occupied ones, but it's...
I would suggest do it for everything that you do, because you would like, instead of getting a copy of the book to see who's, you know, been in the home or all that stuff, it's all electronic. So you can pull the, you know, the statistics down of how many people actually showed the property and such.
Yeah. And I had tried to do it for one that was vacant. And when I showed up, which luckily I had showed up like 15 minutes before my client, I was the third person in line and there was 3 more behind me. So even on a vacant listing that's brand new, it'd be really nice if people would start using it.
I'm excited for it to start really starting to ramp up, because I was looking over just the graphs and the reports that happened behind it. It is phenomenal. So
they had it in Delaware, where I moved from, and everybody uses it. I shouldn't say everybody, but anytime somebody needs to see my home that we had listed for sale, it was a pretty cool thing to see. So
I downloaded the app. I've got 1 notification in 3 weeks.
I've requested to see 3 or 4 on showing time, and not a single person's actually responded on it. Yet one of them did have a feedback form that I got after I went, even though I didn't schedule it through there.
So if somebody requested a showing time, where would you see it? Is it you have to log into MLS?
Download the app. Yes, download the app for showing time and go into the MLS AZ portal, MLS MLSSAZgateway.com. When you log into there, showing time is going to be listed towards the center.
Okay.
Or
I think it sent me an email for that one that requested feedback too.
Yeah, it's on the right-hand side. It looks like a little dial looks like a clock dial.
Mm-hmm.
And then go in there and set up your profile, get it all set up. It should be linked to your TEAR account already. And then rock and roll. I got a text today actually at 10:46. Showing requested, yes or no. Y or an N from text, it'll automatically confirm. I went into the app and did so let's start using showing time and being on top of it, and you'll get showing time showings on the right side of the MLS Gateway portal. There's a lot of cool things if you guys haven't used the different sites on here on your MLS AZ portal.
for instance, what do you mean?
Have you ever done the RPR reports on house values?
I have.
Have you done?
I have.
Your new home source professional guide for new home builds?
I have not done that one.
Yeah, so that's that one. Here, let me share my screen. I'll show you what it is.
I haven't done that one yet.
So this one here, new home source for homes. You can actually go and have your own. So these are all the new builds in the area that are on the site. And you can have your own My Showing site you can share out. So if any leads hit, they go directly to you.
Oh.
Share that out to your Facebook. Thinking about a new build? So.
Oh.
I need that
I
too.
didn't know that was in there. Huh.
So, yeah, that's what that is here. I'm gonna close you. The video library, the maps area is really cool. Just more information you can have. What they actually consider the different regions of Tucson.
Mhm.
Like you're like, I don't know where this is. Southwest, west.
Which link did you click on to get to that one?
It's the map area.
Okay. I was looking for that one day. I didn't realize it was in that portal.
Yeah, video library takes you right to their YouTube page where you can see a lot of the stuff. They have all their videos for MLS trainings up online, creating a quick CMA, searching tools, searching by neighborhood, just really cool information. It's right at your fingertips, right quick like. Online bill payment, this is to go pay your bills. Rate plug is for lending, not really use it because, well,
We have Linder. Yeah.
we have all of our stuff. And then you're straight to the association.
So I know I asked you, where do we upload our certificates for CE?
Easy.
Gary.
Oh, well, I went out there and I'm like, am I going to the wrong place?
It's kind of tricky
Follow
to
along with me.
find, yeah.
We're
And
going
if,
to go licensees, online services. Oh, shit. Online licensing renewal service. They just changed it all. Log in.
I see. The online renewal service. Okay.
Home. So we're going to do continuing education. So CE reported, click here for more information. Or your CE requirements renewal not been satisfied, click here to enter your courses. When you do that, you'll be able to course number, start date finished, and then you'll have it, and you can actually see what you need to finish up. I still need 3 hours of commissioner or disclosures and 3 hours of fair housing.
Thank you, because I need to know what I need to sign up for.
But do not throw away the certificates. You need to keep those even though they're here. So what I recommend is taking a picture of them and putting them in a Google Drive somewhere so you always have them. In the event the ADRA says, okay, Miss Amber, I need you to give me proof that you went to these classes.
Yeah.
So you can't just steal my course numbers and dates and you can try. You have to hack my Google account and change my name or your name to my name, which would be weird. Don't do that.
Right.
So. Groovy. I like today. It was a bunch of random questions, but I like random questions. Does anyone not know where to find the assessor's number?
The assessment number for a property?
The assessor's number for a property. Do you know what the assessor's number is?
Are you talking about the parcel ID number?
So yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
APN, assessor's parcel number.
Just want to make sure you guys know that I reviewed 2 contracts this weekend that didn't have legal descriptions or assessor's numbers on it. Technically, that contract is for nothing.
Was it mine?
Oh.
No. If you're having difficulty in this, I don't care if it's what county, whatever has you, you can go into the same Melissa, not to be confused with our Melissa, but MLSAZ, go to the CRS data and pull up a lot of that information just from the CRS data. And the CRS data happens to be located right here.
It only has 4 counties in it though, doesn't it?
The 4 that we service, mainly.
Your MLS is much cleaner and more organized than Armless is.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I helped her go through stuff this weekend, and even their like categories for filters on their
Limited.
MLS is way different.
Very limited.
The options just aren't they're not as particular. Like she was looking in Vale School District, but you couldn't do Vale School District. You couldn't do school district. You had to do elementary school, middle school, or high school.
Oh, that's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, so if you wanted to look, you would have to know the schools in the district and check off every single school rather than checking off the district. Because ours just says Vail, you know, T, USD, et cetera, et cetera.
Does the assessor's number change, or is it always the assessor's number?
Unless the parcel changes, no, it's always going to be the same number. The only reason I
Okay,
say
so
that is because if they take the parcel and they parse it out where they split part of the land off, it changes one of the numbers.
Then it would change. Okay, so if it's been listed in MLS previously, you can just use that number?
I would always verify, never just copy what's in MLS. Because as we've seen, realtors tend to take the shortcuts. And if it was the wrong information when it was first put in, it's been wrong and wrong and wrong. This is
Yeah, and you just click on the CIS thing, and it'll take you to the assessor site or whatever, and you can verify it there, right?
especially with condos and townhouses, which all share the same address with different unit numbers, very easy to get that confused.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say our neighborhood's townhouses, but we all have separate.
Street addresses?
Yeah,
Nice.
and they go up by 4s instead of 2s. Makes no sense, but
Room to build in between.
there is no room to build in between.
Kidding.
It doesn't make sense. Like, I'm 2439, they're 2435, and they're 2443.
It's
But then,
just
like,
the
but then the
nature
next
of
block
that
over doesn't.
is-
Yeah, then the next block over doesn't match because they're 2453 and then go down from there rather than 2451. Even though
As
they're
we've been proven by counties and counties and counties and governments and governments, it doesn't make sense. Don't try to make sense of it.
Oh no, I know.
All right. What else can I do for you guys? I'm going to kick you out of here so I can run to the restroom before my next call.
Thank you all for your help.
Yes, thank you.
My
Yes,
Ignite
definitely.
participants, thank you so much today. Let's fine tune those value propositions. I think they'll be beneficial to you in the long run. Other than that, enjoy yourselves. Be great. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.